Hello everyone, today is May 28th, 2025, and I come to you with some good news today. This is not an all bad news video. So for starters, I contacted the the place where you get food stamps. I forget what it's called, like social services office, to see if we could get any help just with food or with anything, right? And so the good news there is, yes, they're going to be giving us money for food, at least for the next few months. So basically, they're going to base it off my income for May, June, July. And since I'm going to be low on income because my job is shut down, I'm on layoff, and so basically half of May and half of June I'm not working, and so they take all that into consideration, and then obviously, I'm just going to be starting back up. So my income's going to be lower than normal, so they're going to help us with food money, which is good. That's the first good news. They call it SNAP benefits or food benefits or whatever, whatever they call it in your country. So that's good news. And then the second good news that is still kind of pending, because we were like, well, can we get any kind of cash assistance too? Again, because, I'm on layoff right now from my job. And so, we need cash as well, not just food, because, we got to pay rent and, buy my son diapers and whatever else that we need. And she said, well, there is this program that they could potentially help with pay rent. We were on the phone for like 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. And so I gave her all kinds of information. She ended up contacting, because we stay in a motel. And so I told her how much, we pay. And, we estimated they want to pay for a month. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously a month is going to be a little bit more. And so they contacted the landlord here. Actually, they're contacting the owner of this motel that we stay at, and so they're in the process of trying to figure that all out, because it's not like they actually hand them money. It's like I want to say like kind of like a voucher program. And so they give the owner the owner has to give them how do I say, they're dealing with all of that. They got to get a voucher number, and then they send it to like this other department or whatever. They're figuring it all out, but they're trying to do that. They're trying to work out the details. So it was kind of like a three-way call a little bit. I talked to them. They're like, okay, well, where do you stay? And I told them, and they're like, okay, well, approximate how much would be cost for a month. And so we went through all that again. We're on the phone for like 3 or 4 hours. And so the good news, so I know this is a lot of talking, but the good news is they're trying to, the government services thing is trying to pay for a whole month for us to stay at this motel. And so that's really good news. So we got food coming. That's already said and done. That's supposed to actually hit tomorrow morning at 9 in the morning. So that's good. And then the paying for the motel for a month, if they can get that all squared away, that would be fantastic. We wouldn't have to worry about that for a month. And maybe I can start getting hours at my work, or if the unemployment finally hits, and then maybe we could start saving some money and just, get above water, basically. Okay? So that's good news. And then the third piece of good news, or averagely good news, is my work called today. Well, actually, while we're on the road going to the welfare office, my work called me today, and they're like, oh, hey, do you want to come in tomorrow for a janitor for hours? I said, yeah, sure. So I'm going to work tomorrow for one day, unless they need me more days. But yeah, so I'm going to work tomorrow, so I'll get, my 12-hour shift, or 12 hours minus the breaks. So that's good news as well. So I'll get some money as far as that goes, for the following paycheck. And so that's the good news going on right now. It's, not like jaw-dropping, hey, I won the lottery, that would be great. But it is good news. I mean, good news is good news, right? So, yeah, so that's all in the process. Still no unemployment. which is so frustrating. Like I said, I contacted them, what was that, yesterday, and talked to them, and that was like pulling teeth. And it's like, oh, they're like, well, it'll clear when it clears. You know, whenever the computer sends it to this person and that person does what they got to do and this and that, it's like, whatever, you know. I keep checking on it, but that hasn't cleared yet. So that's kind of the slump in the good news, you know, because I need that money. You know, we always need money. We're 3 people, and you know, things cost money. Nothing's free in modern day society. You know, gasoline, you know, fixing the car. Yeah, I don't want to get behind on my car again, and then something breaks down, and then it costs even more money. You know, I would like to, you know, upkeep on my car so it stays functioning and keeps moving, but you know, that costs money. Everything. I mean, this is, you know, and so there's things pending, things coming, so that's good news. Again, I'm going to work for it one day tomorrow. That's good news. Get some, you know, get an actual paycheck coming in. That's good news, and that's what's going on. That's yeah. Not much else to say. It's getting hot. It's getting hot here in the state of Washington, central Washington. It's getting hot. Maybe on the coast it's not so hot yet, but here in central Washington it's getting hot. Like I said before in the other videos, you know, in the northern hemisphere, for all of us in the northern hemisphere, we're getting to summertime. For all of you in the southern hemisphere, Australia, New Zealand, and Chile, and you know, wherever else in the southern hemisphere, you guys are going into winter. Good luck with that. Lucky for you. I prefer winter myself. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's the news. That's what's going on. Yeah. So some good news. Like I said, a little bit of bad news because my unemployment's still not hitting. But that's what's going on. Other than that, if anyone, again, as always, if anyone would like to help support the channel, you know, help support my family and I, there's a PayPal link on my channel page. Anything always helps. You know, like I said, basically, I'm taking care of 3 people. Me, my girlfriend, and my son, who's, in case you're new to this channel, there's 3 of us. It's me, my girlfriend, my son. My son's disabled. He's autistic. And so, you know, there's extra cost for that. I mean, he still uses diapers. That's a once a week thing that we got to pay for. And again, you know, just food, gasoline, you know, car repairs, car insurance, everything. Everything costs money. So any help is appreciated. Literally any help is appreciated. You know, a lot of you guys have donated already, and you know, I try to thank you over and over. But yeah, the PayPal link is on my channel page. Other than that, also as always, thank everybody for watching, for coming to these videos. I thought my video stopped. You know, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to the videos. Thank you for sharing the videos. That really helps a lot too. Sharing the videos, because more people see it. You know, maybe someone new who's never seen my channel before, they'll get a chance to see my videos, whether they want to subscribe, or maybe they want to donate, or, you know, throw a like, or, you know, at the very least, it's an extra view for my videos. You know, one of my videos got like almost 2,000 views recently, and that's really great. Like I said, it's just more eyeballs seeing my videos, which is always great. So yeah, so thank you for everything. Thank you for, you know, being here. You took time out of your day to come say hello to me. I'm saying hello to you, and now I'm saying goodbye to you because the video is over. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.